Hello everyone, welcome to PW. Hoping all of you are well. So today I am going to discuss how to deal complex engineering subjects, especially for the competitive examination like GATE, ESE or Indian Administrative Services. So I'm hoping if you are an engineering student, you have also a doubt how to deal a conceptual subjects, how to deal a tough subject that you feel tough in your engineering. Okay. So I'm going to let you know each and everything related to the process to deal a complex subject. First, I want to ask one question. Okay. That question is whether you are an offline student or an online student. You can just stop this video here and start thinking whether you are offline or online and what are the questions in your mind related to deal of the complex subject. You will get some sort of solutions. Then again, return back to this video and start watching. Okay. 2 minutes talk is required to yourself. Now let us suppose you are a online or a offline student. Okay. So let us first discuss if you are an offline student, then what are the advantages and what are the complexities you are facing with the present scenario in a complex engineering subjects. Okay. So if you are offline, the greatest advantage is that a teacher is physically available for you. You are a student, so teacher is available for you. So what happened when a teacher is available in a class? He can make a eye contact with you. If you are lagging in the concept, he will know that you are lagging with the concept and now he can point it out or he can read your facial expressions and accordingly change the way of teaching style. So this is the greatest advantage in case of a offline. Okay. But in the offline, what happened? Whatever the concepts teachers are delivering to you related to any easy or a tough subject, entire information is not taken by you. Why, sir? Why, sir? Because you are thinking something. So there are some miss of information which is delivered by the teacher, but you haven't able to capture that. It's a real thing. Okay. Now, why it happens most of the time, even during the my teaching, I found that most of the students start using drawing or something when they feel the concept little bit tough. They are in their own imagination. They start thinking like, now I am going to be the prime minister. Is it okay? So because of that deviation, you are unable to get some sort of important information which is needed in order to understand the complex subject. So you need to keep away from your hallucinations. This is very important. You need to keep yourself away from hallucination. Okay. So you need to keep away from this. Okay. What else? Most of the time during the offline teacher is able to deliver everything, but a student what think? I am going to sit with my best friend, and your best friend is just a killer of your time, important time. Why? Because he start feeding you, this concept is tough. I am not able to understand. Would you able to understand? He distorted you. And the time at which he start distorting you, you are going to lose some very important concept. You need to be focused. You need to be focused and try to sit far away from your friend. It is better to sit next to the stranger in offline classes. Okay. So these are some tips that you can utilize for offline classes. And also you will have a physical availability of the teacher, so you can utilize it in the better way. But when the picture comes to online, then sir, the greatest advantage of online is there is a lot of time saving. Yes, you need not to travel. You need not to submit a huge amount of fees. So it's economical. So if you observe, online is economical as well as it is easily available for you, multiple times available for you. It is very easy to read. Yes, sir. Only a mobile is needed and you can start reading important concept over your mobile. It's very easy over your mobile, over your laptop. Most of the people watching videos over their mobiles. Okay. Now, what happened when you are going to read something through the mobile? There is a bit of problem. What? While watching some important concept, after a portion of time when you think that the subject is little bit tougher, and why you think that? Because it's new for you. You are reading first time. So you start thinking that it is tougher. Then you start searching something else. And during the search of something else, what you start watching? How a crow put a stone in a water. How to prepare a Halloween. Okay, and how to, what happened in case if the spider cuts a human. How the facial expression of cat over your Instagram, over your Facebook, over other social media sites. So what happened? You are learning some important concept, but whenever you feel that the topic is little bit tough, you start searching something else, and now you come to the close to all these types of steps which are not going to change your life in any manner. But why you are watching? Just in order to relax yourself. You just want to fill your brain. This is not going to help you in any manner. But you are watching this. You are getting distracted. You are getting distracted. So whenever you are going to learn with online mode, then always refer to start making notes of the lecture. If you start writing the notes of the lecture, and if you motivate yourself to watch the complete and full video, then definitely most difficult topic will become easiest for you. Is it okay? One more solution is there. You can go by the laptops or a big screen like TV, because in those you can't change something else, or you can't switch something else. If you are searching for some particular topic, then only relevant to that topic will show. There is no notification of social media on your laptop or on your TV screen if you are watching by them. So the distraction part is little bit lower. Is it okay? So my recommendation is to go by the big size screen. However, if the big size screen has an issue, then you can go by this. Along with that, you can start making notes. That makes your focus and attention towards the topic only. This is very important. I'm hoping you have also faced the same issue as I talked to many students, and depending on that only I have made this. Now let us talk about the conceptual subjects of different branches and how to deal the conceptual subjects. Okay. So when we talk about the civil engineering branch, then for a civil engineering branch, some conceptual subjects are steel design, structure analysis, RCC, and geotech engineering. Okay. Similarly, for electrical engineering, the tough subjects are control system. However, it is very easy once you are going to read it with some good book or with some good teacher. Then power system, electrical machine, and power electronics are a very lengthy subjects, and therefore they look tough to the student. Further, in case of mechanical engineering, SOM, TOM, FM, and thermodynamics, this is as far as I have talked to the concerned faculties. Okay, so for a mechanical engineering, maybe you found some other subjects also tough, like theory of machine. You may found more tougher comparative to SOM. Is it okay? So these are some conceptual subjects, and most of the engineering student faces difficulty in order to understand these subjects for competitive examination. It is very easy for their semester examination, but it becomes very tough for the competitive examination. Is it okay? Now, further observe, for electronics and communication engineering, you can't give IAS with this branch. However, if you done your engineering from the electronics branch, you can give IAS from the opting electrical engineering branch. Communication, EDC, control, and EMFT. In them, communication and EDC are little bit conceptual and tougher. For the student, those who have already completed their BTech, they know about these subjects. Now, come to the steps to handle the complex subject. The solution, how to handle the complex subject. Okay. So one thing, a pencil or a pen and a paper is sufficient for you to study anything, to analyze anything. Even Einstein said that only the instrument needed for any invention is a pen and a paper. So please keep this in your mind. A pen and a paper is needed for you. Just. So what are the steps to follow? See, first, when you are going to deal with a complex subject, first you need to read the basic concepts. Basic concepts, like if you are going to learn electrical machine before knowing anything about the networks, then it will become very difficult for you. Similarly, you are going to learn, let us suppose, structure, but you don't have information related to strength of material, you are not able to understand. So basic concept is needed. At least a basic concept must be needed. So first identify whatever subjects you are finding tough, what are the basic subjects needed for them, or what are the basic informations needed for them. How you will get? You can ask from your teacher, you can ask from your online educator, or you can ask from your senior also. Okay. Then after reading a basic concept, go through all the derivations. When you are reading that book, let us suppose you are reading electrical machine after completion of the network and control. So when you are reading the book, if you are preparing by yourself, then go through all the derivations. That is very important. What do you think, like outcome, final outcome is sufficient for the subject? No. When we talk about the conceptual subject, then final outcome is not sufficient. At least one time you go through the derivations, because during the derivation you come to know many different types of assumptions made in order to get that particular output. Like if I talk about the torque equation of electrical induction machine, then there are many considerations made in order to write the equation torque is equals to 3 upon omega sm v square by r2 dash into s. The resistance sometimes neglected, sometimes frequency is neglected. So all the derivation part is required in order to understand the complex subject, conceptually become stronger. Further, solve reference book. Once you finish the chapter, it is important. First try to finish the chapter. Maybe you will get only 10% or 20%. Maybe you will not get the 100%, but you may go to the 20% or 30% of the topic. Okay, in a chapter, complete your chapter. First complete your chapter. Maybe your understandability is up to that 20% or 30%. It is sufficient. Now start solving reference books and PYQs. The reference book questions, solved questions and PYQs will help you to understand the concept in a more better way. That 20 and 30% understanding goes up to 60 or 70% if you are following reference book solved questions as well as PYQs. Is it okay? Of the respective exam subject. Okay. Then revise all the concept. Once you finish the entire chapter, maybe your and after doing some numericals also, maybe your reach is up to 50% only. Still you are up to 50 or 60% only. Still you are 40%. Still you can gain 40%. How you can gain 40%? By revising your notes and by revising the concept, by recalling the concept again and again. When the same statement you read again after ending the chapter, you will come to the conclusion of that particular line. Is it okay? You will come to the conclusion of that particular line. And that makes a subject easy for you. So that is very important. Revise, recall the concept without notes and with notes. Is it okay? Without notes as well as with the notes. So I can say you can also go by with the notes. Is it okay? Great, sir. Further, attempt test. Once you complete your entire subject, still you may reach up to the 80% or 85%. Still you are 15-20% away from the concepts, and that may cost you in the end exam like GATE or ESE. So how to overcome? You can start using attempting the test, good test, okay, and also start good question discussion with your friends. So whatever question you found, you can also start discussing with your friends. If you are unable to get the concept or the purpose for which that question is designed, you will again get that difference 50%, and now you will reach up to the 100% of the tougher subject. Now the subject will become very easy for you. Once the subject will become easy for you, now you can show your magic to the world. Is it okay? Yes, sir. Now please see, one more thing, I'm going to tell you about the each and every steps, basic requirements of the complex subjects. The same you can go by the easy subjects, as well as the same process you can follow for a complex subjects. Now come to the requirements of the complex subjects. What are the requirements of the complex subjects that most of the students are unable to fulfill? The first requirement is patience. Yes. Almost 90% of the students don't have a patience to read the entire concept. They will read 2 or 3 lines, they start watching the figures, they don't want to understand the concept. Even if a teacher is available, he is telling the concept, then also I can say 80-90% people will start losing their interest because they are unable to keep patience in order to conclude that particular topic. So first thing needed in order to make the most difficult subject easiest for you is a patience. While reading a book, you need a patience. Good books are difficult to understand, but once you are able to understand, then it will going to change your life. In the same way, the difficult concepts takes time, but once you give that time, then each and everything will become easy for you. So very important is patience. While studying a complex topics or a complex subject, you need to keep the patience. If you are watching online, then watch full in order to understand the concept deeply. Watch again and again in order to understand the concept deeply. Is it okay? Great, sir. Next thing is selection of good books. What happened? Almost maximum number of students what do during their exam, they found some short of books specific to that particular exam, and they will read just before one night of the paper. They will go and just do the paper. Is it okay? Most of you even done that, the same thing. You can comment in the comment section if you have done in the same fashion. But that book can't change your life. That book can't change your rank in GATE, ESE or IAS, because that book is specifically only in order to just give you an overview. When you are appearing for some competitive exam, you need to get a deep knowledge, and for that you need to go through the good books, reference books. So you need to select a good book. How you will get the information of good book? You can ask to your seniors, those who perform well in that particular exam, or you can go through your teacher. You can ask your college teacher, you can ask your coaching teacher, okay, in order to know the best books for the particular concepts or particular topic. So the selection of good book is the most important part you need to keep in your mind, because once you make a misconception of any topic, then throughout the life you found that misconception will still taking the path through your mind again and again, and that always distract you. So for a crystal clear concept, you need to choose a good book, good reference book, good author, and that information you will get from your teacher. Next is selection of right teacher. This is also very important. In online, what happened? A teacher is teaching, a student will start learning, and many times they will skip very important information, and the student says, okay, it means that much part is only needed, other part is not needed. But that is not true. So you need to identify a good teacher. How you can identify a good teacher? Just by watching 10 or 5 minutes, by the energy of the teacher, you can't find a good teacher. For a good teacher, in order to learn a complex topic, you need to watch at least one complete lecture till conclusion, without skipping, without fast forwarding. Then only you are able to find a good teacher for a particular subject. There are only 4 or 5 subjects which are tough, so it is very easy to identify a good teacher. Is it okay? So that part is also very important. A good teacher is not going to give you a 100 number of questions. No, a good teacher is not going to make you a solution of 100 number of questions very fastly to show the art. No, a good teacher is that one who makes you possible how to learn the concept, the purpose of the concept, and that is very important. So for that you need to watch one complete full lecture. Okay, next is attempt variety of good questions. So for attempting varieties of good questions, it is best to follow PYQs. Okay, so you can best to follow PYQs of IAS, Indian Administrative Services, conventional, IES, or you can say it is ESE. IES, most of the people knows that Indian Engineering Services, but IES stands for Indian Economic Services. So you have to prepare for Engineering Services Examination, ESE. So ESE, PYQs, okay, and then GATE, okay, or different PSU, PYQs, whatever you found. Is it okay? So these questions, this IAS, IES and GATE questions are help you a lot in order to understand, or in order to understand complex topics, way of questions to be asked, important topics. Okay, all of these things you will get from this. So you need to be focused on the PYQs. That is very important. Now, still you are thinking that how to learn a tough subject or a tough concept? No. Yes. Okay. So some people may say no, some people may say yes. A tough concept. You know, that concept looks tough till it is new for you. Once you are habitual to use the same concept again, then the concept will become very easy. Remember, when you are first time start learning to drive, maybe a bicycle, car, or a cycle. Okay. So when you start learning how to drive, then what happened? Sir, we have a lot of fears, how to put the gear, how to make the clutch balance, how to apply the brake, how to handle that particular wheel. Okay, all these things in your mind. But once you become expert in all, then what happened? It is very easy to drive, sir. Even I don't thought when to apply brake, when to apply clutch, when to change the gear. It all happens automatically while I'm listening some song. So the concept is tough till you haven't used that particular concept, or it is new to you. Once you start learning the concept more than one time, it will become very easy for you. So for a tough subject, you need to go through the concept more than one time or two times. And that is very important. Is it okay? You can't escape from the tough subjects. You must have to take care of all the concerned subjects like electrical machine, communication in the electronics engineering, like geo engineering in civil, okay, SOM, TOM in mechanical. So all these subjects you need to take care properly, because they are going to change your rank in the actual exam. Most of the people solve the basic questions of the basic subjects, but they are unable to solve the core subject questions. And the reason is students feel it tough because they haven't go through the good selection of books. Is it okay? So I'm hoping this information will help you a lot. Thank you for watching, and comment in the section if you want such more videos. Thank you.